In today's video, we will be looking into the haunting case of Andrew Gosden, who went missing on the 14th of September 2007, aged 14. This case is currently unsolved. Andrew was born on the 10th of July 1993 to his parents Kevin and Glenys. Andrew was known as a gifted student at the school he attended and was registered on the Young Gifted and Talented programme. He was also known to be a brilliant mathematician, having won awards. He was described by his parents as having loved metal bands, and on his last known sighting he was wearing a Slipknot t-shirt and his bag was covered in patches of rock bands. There are a few known events in the weeks leading up to Andrew's disappearance, the first being his visit to a summer school named the Excellent Hub. This was particularly for gifted children. He was described as being uncharacteristically enthused about his time there. Something that many have seen to be key in this case is Andrew strayed from his normal routine twice in the days before his disappearance. His home was located around 4 miles from his school, and instead of taking the bus, Andrew decided to walk home. That's an average time of about an hour and 20 minutes. The evening before he disappeared has been described by Andrew's father Kevin as uneventful and seemed to be a typical day for the Gosdens. His mother Glenys stated that night he made a jigsaw with his father and watched the TV show Mock the Week. The morning of the 14th of September 2007 again just seemed like another day, although Andrew had woken late and was described by his mother as being irritable. At around 8:05 a.m, Andrew left his house and began walking towards Westfield Park. He then waited here until the rest of his family had left. According to a family friend, Reverend Alan Murray, he saw Andrew in the park that morning but did not speak or approach the teenager. Once Andrew returned home, he hung his blazer on the back of his chair and put the remainders of his uniform in the washing machine. This is where Andrew changed into the clothes he would last be seen in, his Slipknot t-shirt and black jeans. Along with the bag, Andrew took other items such as his wallet, keys and PSP. However, the charger for this device was left behind. Strangely, Andrew also left around £100 in cash in his bedroom. But after departing his house at 8:30 a.m, he travelled to a local cash machine and withdrew about £200, leaving £14 in the account. It has been said that this cash machine was only allowing £20 notes to be withdrawn, so this may explain why £14 was left in. Andrew was later picked up on CCTV twice that morning, he once coming home from the park and the other as he was leaving the house. Following the withdrawal, Andrew walked to Doncaster railway station and was known to have purchased a one-way ticket to London. He later boarded the 9:30 a.m. train towards King's Cross. Multiple reports have noted that Andrew was offered a return ticket, which would have only cost an extra 50p or a pound more, but Andrew had insisted on the single ticket. During his journey, witnesses remember Andrew was sitting alone playing his PSP. Sadly, Andrew was last seen departing King's Cross at 11:25 a.m. This is his last confirmed sighting. Back in Doncaster, the school had now realised Andrew had failed to attend his classes. Unfortunately, the number on file had been misdialed, and this created a delay in his absence being logged. The Gosden family at this point was still oblivious to Andrew's disappearance and had been making dinner as they normally would. After realising Andrew was not in the house with his friends, the family contacted the police at 7 p.m. Kevin and Andrew's sister Charlotte began searching Andrew's route to school and other areas. After around 3 days of searching and distributing leaflets, it was discovered Andrew had travelled to London. After finding out Andrew had declined a return ticket, despite the small price difference, Kevin stated that this was not strange to him, as Andrew had many connections in London where he would have been able to stay. It did take a further few weeks before Andrew's last confirmed CCTV sighting would be uncovered by the authorities. There have been several unconfirmed sightings of Andrew since he left the station. A notable one was Andrew being spotted at Pizza Hut on Oxford Street on the day he went missing. In November 2008, over a year after Andrew was last seen, an unidentified man approached a police station in Leominster. He used the intercom to state that he had information regarding Andrew. As the reception wasn't staffed at the time, the officer had to reach reception to take the details, but unfortunately by the time he got there, the man had already left. It is worth noting that this particular police station is located in an awkward area, and it would take specific effort to get there. It was located in a business park. Following an appeal from the police for the man to speak to them, another identified man claimed to be the man from the police station. He wrote to the BBC and provided details of an unconfirmed sighting of Andrew in Shrewsbury in November 2008. I couldn't find any further information regarding this sighting and if the police managed to confirm that the man who wrote the letter and the man at the police station were the same man. And there have been many theories regarding Andrew, known affectionately by his family as Roo. It has always been considered that Andrew ran away from home. His parents have stated that they have considered the possibility that Andrew was struggling with his sexuality and that they have no issue if he was. They're a very open-minded family. In June 2018, a possible lead did crop up. A user by the name of Andy Roo posted a message that his boyfriend had left him and he needed around £200 to cover the rent. He was offered to be transferred the money, but the user stated he didn't have a bank account as, quote, he left home when he was 14. Kevin stated that the person speaking to Andy Root asked why, and the user simply stated, quote, he just felt like it. The conversation came to an end after a friend of Andy Root came over. There have also been talk of Andrew working in a shop in Lincoln, however the location of the shop was never discussed. The post from Kevin ends with the police not being able to link Andy Root to a real-life individual, and again there's no information regarding this. Darker theories are that Andrew was groomed and he travelled to London to visit the individual. However, there is little evidence to support this theory. It has been stated that Andrew didn't have access to the internet often, and he didn't even have an email account that his parents knew of. Some have speculated that Andrew visited London to see a band and may have had an accident or met with foul play. Andrew's bank account remains untouched, as does his bedroom, and the locks on his front door. If you have any information into the disappearance of Andrew Gosden, please contact this number or visit the website listed in the description. Andrew has been missing for nearly 13 years. He has a unique double ridge on the side of his right ear. Here is an age progression picture of Andrew, of what people think he would look like now. Thank you for watching today's video.